Good morning. Welcome back to Tarot Oracle and Runes. Guys, so today we are doing the fifth chakra, Archangel Gabriel. Gabriel, right? Gabriel. Okay. Now, Archangel Gabriel is all about the throat chakra. I'm going to read y'all this card because a very special message came in. I'm using the beloved Dead deck today because I was wanting to see what kind of because I've been getting about my psychic mediumship abilities, and I know I'm not the only one. And after I pulled these cards, I looked and I started laughing because I started getting pictures in my head of some of my aunts, great aunts that have been passed away. Aunt Lilia, who always had a sense of humor, and Aunt Matilda, who was very stern, always tapping her foot, and they remind me of these two angels that I have. Okay, so I kind of wonder if those two angels aren't, embodied in that, or if that's not them sometimes showing up from the other side to lead and guide me and let me know. I did figure out something else because the first card I got was the tribe card. Okay, and this is what made me think of my aunts and my aunts. Look at these ladies' faces. Okay, so, and that was when Lilia popped into my head and Matilda popped in my head, and I think they're embodied in these two angels over here. So maybe it's been ancestors, specific ancestors that had psychic abilities that have been working with me, and not so much angels. Angels protect you. I do get images of angels, and to me they're interchangeable. Your angels and your spirit guides, because they all are working with you out of love. Okay, so no matter where you place them, they're still your spirit guides. Rather, they're angels, ancestors, passed on loved ones. They're all your spiritual tribe. And that came really home to me when I pulled this first card. And when I looked at their faces, I had to laugh. Because, guys, you got to realize, I'm 61. Back in the day, a lot of people that went through the Great Depression, they didn't have a whole lot to smile about. You know, if they managed to find a penny on the ground, they considered themselves rich. Okay? So, for me, my ancestors are those that went through a lot of hardships, a lot of working their fingers to the bone. My mom and dad personally never got to retire. My dad was in his 70s when he passed away, and he still was running a commercial fisherman business with 3 boats, building the 4th in the yard, and now I wonder if he built the first 3. Okay? I don't know. There's no one to ask. They're all passed. So those in your family, your tribe, those that resonate with you, are those in the cellular DNA that you have parts of. They are all like, you're here, they're back here, but you've pulled their DNA in your DNA, no matter where they were from, with you as you've gone into the future. Okay, so I'm going to read y'all this card, and yes, I have to have my glasses on, but that is entirely okay. So right here, went right to him. No, it didn't either. That was the 6th one. 5th chakra, Archangel Gabriel. Self-expression and speaking your truth. He holds his trumpet in one hand, orb of blue light in the other. He's sending powerful energy to your throat center, acknowledging your power to communicate and your readiness to do so. And the reason why this feels so important to me is because I recently told my crew, okay, I'm ready to accept even more messages from passed on loved ones, that whoever they're meant to be speaking to, if the messages come through, I'm going to give them. Okay, that's not even open for debate no more. So if a message comes in from your loved one, if it resonates with you, I'm going to assume that it's yours when you hear it. All right? You may have trouble with expressing emotions and ideas in the past. This angel opens up you to truthful expression with yourself and others. If you've had trouble with those expressing emotions and ideas in the past, Gabriel's here to tell you your soul longs to take this leap now. So be aware that true communication is how you speak to yourself. Never deny your profound, integral value. Speak up for yourself, write in your journal, let your words flow. Now is the time to express yourself freely, fully, and the universe always honors your choice to do so. This card also indicates a communication project is coming, or a time of heightened communication with spirit and telepathy with others. Okay? So that is why I'm thinking, when I got the tribe card, that this is talking about others that are in this particular group, or lineage, or however you want to look at it. So we've got the hospitality card here, and this to me is saying a willingness to bring in those messages and give them to whoever that are meant to hear them. Okay, and also passing along any pearls of wisdom that might be considered prophecy that come in with those ancestors, passed on loved ones, And again, the angels, ancestors, all of them, right? Okay? And then they gave me the location card, which is telling me no matter where you are, if the message comes in and you give it to the person you're meant to, it just doesn't matter where you're at. Okay? So little pearls of wisdom that come in, if you feel like you're opening up to your psychic mediumship abilities, then by all means, however that feels to you, go with it. Okay? Sometimes you have to fine-tune things, but to me, this is very important, because being open to messages that come in from spirit guides, passed on loved ones, ancestors, angels, all of it's important in your spiritual growth, especially if you're on the path to being a spiritual leader of the future. That to me is just very important. And it is a labor of love. Having your heart chakra open, because we did that one yesterday, to love and to being willing to pass on those messages that have nothing to do with you per se, is a labor of love. Okay? Because it doesn't pertain to you, but you're doing it out of the love in your heart. Here and now. So whatever messages come up in the here and now, this is a special guide, it feels like, waiting to show you. To me, it's my little redheaded guy. And it feels like he's the go-between between me and maybe some of those that just want to give one little message, but they're busy in their own work on the other side. So then they come forth, they give it to him, he gives it to me, or in whatever way that manifests. And then we have the expectation. And this card always makes me feel like she's saying, sit down, put your feet up, and get to work. Okay? So there is a reasonable amount of expectation from the other side that when you get the messages, you be willing to give them, no matter if the words are hard to hear. Okay? And sometimes, guys, that is that is really hard to hear. But they're also saying at the same time, this is an act of love, but at the same time, you have to have love and respect mixed in there as well. Sometimes people, especially if you have mediumship abilities, people aren't always going to want to hear. Does anyone remember the movie Ghost Whispers? There were times when she went to people and would tell them, your loved one has spoke to me, and she would go knock on a stranger's door, and they would look at her like she was absolutely out of her fucking mind, right? But she did it anyway. Okay? So some people may find it hard to believe because maybe they're very literal type of people, but if you keep following your true compass, it's all going to work out for the best. Okay? So that's the message from the tribe of the angels, ancestors, passed on loved ones. I feel like there were a couple of little messages in there for some of you that might be feeling those things come out. Let's pull this work your light and see in what ways do they want you to see about how this might come about. I just dropped, was it a book? No, it was a deck of cards. We're in limited space, guys. I am in an well, Daniel says it's not an RV because it's a fifth wheel. And I'm in my little pop-out right now, which is like my little favorite place to be. This is where we eat, have coffee, talk, all that good stuff. The cats love the open window right there. So let us see here. What else does Archangel Gabriel want to tell you about working your light with this particular communication gift? And it is a communicational gift. Okay? It is receiving the messages, passing them on to the people that need them. I'm sorry my camera keeps going in and out of focus there. It's a little add-on camera. It's not the camera that's on the computer itself, which I guess I could probably use that. But again, I have limited space. I've got all my cards, my coffee pot up here. Alright, what do you want to tell them? So it feels like, I call him Red because I don't know what else to call him. It feels like he's talking to someone and telling them to get ready to come forth and give a message. So let's just see what they say. Alright. Where are you being called to lead from? And right after that, underneath here, It's the Council of Light. And I was actually thinking of them earlier because I did a Venetian Galactic Light reading because they were demanding to be heard. So this feels like these are where you're being called to go in the future with these gifts. Okay, this is your crew. It's not necessarily these exact people, but they're saying your crew. See, this is the second time we've gotten a tribe card. Okay, and that's what this is. This is talking about tribe. So whoever I'm speaking to that is also going forth with psychic abilities, your crew, no matter where you go, they're going to be with you. So they're actually maybe calling you to journey either to a place that's allegorical, like in your mind, your heart. Maybe they're asking you to extend or open up this gift. And they're going to guide you every % of the way. Okay? Things are changing at a cellular level. You are healing any kind of wounds or any kind of, no, I don't want to do this. Because I did that for a while, guys. They were telling me, I mean, last year I was getting quite a few messages. And I can't remember what happened. But things changed. And now they're saying, you're healing that. Okay? I'm healing that. You're healing that. Anyone that has psychic mediumship abilities, you're healing that. Because now it's time for you to go forth and whatever kind of messages that you get from your angels, your ancestors, the passed on loved ones, starseed energy, they are wanting you to integrate this psychic mediumship abilities. So when those messages come out, rather than for you or for someone else, let your let your throat chakra open up and let Gabriel help you and your spirit guides, your crew, bring forth whatever messages. So if you've had any kind of doubts, you're healing that now. And also because we have, and this is Pluto, she's got the Pluto and Aquarius right here, in Pluto. She's also got this in your DNA. So some of you may have some of these people from your past lineage that have these abilities. I know my mother had them. My grandmother, every great once in a while, because she was a lot older, would mention something, and I feel like this is through my mother's lineage. I think that's why my Aunt Lelia and my aunt, and mind you, they were married aunts. They married my grandmother's brothers. So, but that is all still, it's all still like in my family lineage, right? So let's see, what's the next one here? You're already doing it. Some of you may be getting the messages. Okay, so they just showed me someone driving along. They pass somewhere, they stop, they turn their car around, they go back, they get something, and they're like, why am I here? And they hear, they've got some, they're listening to someone in front of them, but they've got someone behind them, and all of a sudden they turn around, and it's like the ancestor comes through, or the passed on loved one comes through, and drops this little nugget, and the person's like, and you don't even realize you said it. You don't realize you said it, and you get your purchase, and then you leave. It's like in a little convenience store or something. Because they always show me this local 7-Eleven. But it's like you're in a place where you didn't expect to stop. And when you stop, and the person behind you, they're dropping their things, and they're going, what? You don't realize you just said something that they needed to hear. You get in your car, you drive off, and that person's going, wow, that was really weird. That's something my uncle used to say, my aunt used to say. And it's because you were just, your abilities just let this person know that that relative or aunt, uncle, cousin is with them. Is that not cool? Okay, so you're already doing that. So this may bring about a sense of wanting to find other people with the similar gifts that you go on a search for, and it also is embodied in this tribe energy. Okay, so it feels like this starts to expand, and you might, I'm feeling like you might reach out to or look through some of the psychic mediums that are on YouTube, Rumble, or other mediums. Maybe you may actually go on the web and look for something like that. Maybe take some courses or something like that. Okay, because you decide you're going to start exploring this in a deeper way. They're saying also don't take all of it so serious. Make sure you take breaks and recharge your batteries in between. Okay? So if you feel like you start getting a lot of downloads and a lot of messages, make sure you ground, make sure you meditate, make sure you eat something when you do have some messages come through, like, a piece of cheese and cracker. Okay? Something like that. Keep your energy grounded, because once you tune into this vibration, that vibration starts to rise. All right? and it becomes more powerful over time. It starts another whole spiritual awakening that you did not expect to have. You might have thought, see how I'm getting the shakes, guys? I do that whenever I'm channeling. So when you start getting these pictures, dreams, you might start seeing photos of people that you don't know. I used to get those a lot, and it opens up another huge spiritual awakening, and you start being energetically headed down that path. Does that make sense? Okay, possibly by the next new moon. And it gives you pause to say, this is where I'm going. Because in some sort of way, it sparks you and lights you up in a way you never thought possible. Especially when, I keep seeing Matt Fraser. Does anyone know who Matt Fraser is? I always ask, I have a deal with my angels, ancestors, with my whole crew. I'm just going to call my tribe, my crew. I have a deal with them that if there's something, a video they want me to see, it pops up in my feed. Now, it has to be someone that energetically is on the same level as me, because if it's someone that talks real slow, or is going real slow and getting a message out, my energy moves much faster than that. Even though I know other people that have, like Sand and Stephanie, are kind of a little bit slower, which is a little bit faster when they speak, but their energy is similar to mine. We pick up things in a similar way, and I absolutely love it. They are like my most favorite. And MJ from Soulful, they are all just my favorite readers. I really feel energetically connected to them. And this is also talking about you becoming energetically connected to certain guides that are going to help you with your messages in the future. Okay? So take that how that resonates for you. Last one, leap. You go first. The universe is going to catch you. So be open. Be willing. Speak your truth. Communicate to your angels, your ancestors. I'm willing to do this now. And I'm seeing that Winnebago with all those passed on loved ones out there in the driveway waiting for me to open the door for the floodgates to come in. Okay? And it's starting to kind of drift in. So guys, leap. The universe is going to catch you. Gabriel's going to be right there with you. Your tribe, your spirit guide, your angels. They are all going to be right there with you. Alright? Last card. Beauty and Devotion, High Priestess, Mystic Teacher. You are meant to do this. You're meant to do this. So they're saying work on grounding, integrating those energies. Have no fear. There's nothing to fear. There's nothing to fear. They will help protect you. Okay, so they're showing me my dream again where I opened up the front door to my mother's house, and it was like 2 stories. My mother's house was 1 story. But it's like the upper level. The upper level. So maybe part of my crown chakra. But anyway, they came in, and I was saying, okay, so you have kids and grandkids. I mean, I literally was having a conversation. You're going to have a conversation too. Okay? So when you are in the dream state, even if you don't remember it, you are meeting them. Okay? You're meeting them in this special place. This is you. This is them coming in. Okay? To speak to you. Because they're being drawn to your light. You see her light here? They're being drawn to your light. You're meant to do this. And they're coming in, maybe one at a time. They may just slowly drift right on in. They may come in and try to all talk at once. It'll be up to you to sort all the messages and to figure out how you're going to take the messages. Okay? So you might even have them sign in a spiritual book, their name or their mark or their something, where they come in, where you have a astral guide of when they came in, what they said, who you were supposed to get the message to, until you fully integrate all the energies and it just kind of moves through you. Does that make sense? That's what they're showing me. Okay, so yes, and it is all going to come together sometime in the very, very near future. See how she's got this energetic beam above her, and then there's the light here where it's all integrated. Okay, so, and then her light shining, and they're coming in to talk. So take this how this comes in for you. This is for somebody who's opening up to their gifts of communicating with passed on loved ones, passed on ancestors, maybe spiritual leaders of the past are coming in to give you messages, and they want you to give the message in a way that's going to resonate for people of today, not of the past, in the here and now. So that's a message for someone. This is a confirmation reading. Guys, thank you for all your likes, shares, and subscribes. This is another one of those ripple effect things that people are going to be more aware of and more willing to step into as they go along their path into the future. Journal. Pay attention to signs and synchronicities. Pay attention. Okay, so there's going to be dragonflies, hearts, roses, a square. I don't know what that means. And a circle. A circle and a square to encompass it all. Stability. Squares are stability. Circles, everything's in a circular pattern. This is going to bring some of you into a place of your own personal power that you didn't realize was within you. Okay. Alright, guys, I'm going to leave it right there. Thank you for all your likes, shares, and subscribes. I sure appreciate every one of y'all. Thank you for all your comments. If this video, if you know anyone that's going through this, you're more than welcome to share the video. I'm thinking about sometime in the near future starting a healing group. I'm not sure how that would work out. I still have to get onto live streams. We're figuring out. I did put up something on my community post recently. We're learning how to work the computer and put things on the computer because the Wi-Fi here is so bad when I use my phone and I have to upload it, then I have to go into town. So we're trying to use just the computer. So, guys, I appreciate everything. I love each and every single one of you. Until next time, Lighthouse.